Hello everyone, I am Finance Nick, and today I bring you another great video that myself and Ivan, the Finance Jedi himself, have translated for all English speakers out there. Let's begin. Initially, the CRU token was supposed to become the digital tokenized share. It was discovered later that legally and according to SEC rules, in order to establish it as a tokenized share, it had to pass regulations before being offered to the public. The solution was creating a new token, World CRU, registering it, passing all requirements and regulations, and only after an official launch of the World CRU token to the public, we as the public were given the opportunity to exchange CRU to World CRU one for one. First and foremost, let's take a look at the legal aspects of the exchange. So the sale of World CRU tokens before their official release was unlawful on an international level. In addition to this, CRU tokens that have already been released into the market cannot be made into a recognized tokenized share after they have been released. The company faced issues and needed to understand what they had to do. No one from the company complained. Instead, they came up with solutions. Step by step, a solution was created. And this is what we will talk about right now. It must be understood that CRU was never sold to anyone, but was given as a bonus to purchase services or products, or even for certain actions like promoting the company as a gift, as a promotion, and so on and so forth. From a legal point of view, the company never actually sold CRU tokens. If someone says to you that you have purchased CRU or you bought it from the company, this is simply not true. Legally speaking, World CRU, the digital tokenized share of the company, is sold officially to the public from the 10th of February through two methods. The first method is through your personal dashboard on UGPay Group for 50 cents. You can register, fund your wallet, and purchase World CRU. Second method is through the blockchain. By exchanging CRU to World CRU tokens with commission, the official exchange of World CRU tokens between users will be available only after the initial tokens have been unfrozen. This will happen no earlier than the 10th of February 2022. This is completely legitimate and follows all international regulations in that regard. Now let's continue. Let's take a look at the economic aspects of CRU to World CRU exchange. Note that the exchange of CRU to World CRU will always be one for one. The only thing you need to know is that in some cases you will need to pay a commission fee for the exchange. What is this commission? This commission is more of a subsidized fee, a price that you pay which allows you to convert CRU to World CRU for the lowest fees possible. Let me remind you that the company currently sells World CRU directly for 50 cents. However, it was received by earlier users at a much lower rate. The company has detailed news about this exchange in your personal dashboard posted on 29th of June. This post details how the exchange takes place and the terms and so on. We will of course go into more detail on that in this video. So as you can see, from the 8th of July, there will be a new commission fee structure. As you can see on the screen here, the commission will rise over time step by step. Let's use an example to understand how this works. I want to buy 1,000 World CRU digital tokenized shares on the 10th of July 2021. On the exchange, let's consider that the CRU tokens will cost 4 cents, yet the conditional rate that is announced by the company of World CRU is 10 cents. I go to the exchange and buy 1,000 CRU tokens. So how much would the commission for the conversion cost me? We will use this formula to calculate. We take 1,000 CRU multiplied by the difference between the conditional rate and the exchange rate of CRU, plus we add 1% of the conditional rate on top. So from the 8th to the 11th of July, I will pay 6 cents for the conversion of a single token plus a 1% of conditional rate. In total, that makes $61 for the exchange of 1,000 CRU tokens. Don't forget that I will also pay $40 to the seller on the exchange. Therefore, the total exchange will cost me $101. Let's take a couple more examples. Example number 1. The price of CRU on the market is 4 cents. The buyer of World CRU, or in other words, the person who converts his CRU to World CRU, will pay $40 to the seller and $61 to the company UGPay Group for the transaction. The total will be 101 USDU for 1,000 CRU conversion to World CRU. Example number 2. If on the same day the market price of the CRU tokens will be 6 cents, the persons buying the CRU tokens and exchanging them will still pay $101 for the conversion. However, in this case, 60 USDU will be given to the seller and only $41 will be given to the company UGPay Group. If you want to sell your CRU tokens, then the buyer of World CRU will still pay 101 USDU. How much of this $101 you will receive as a seller is completely up to you. If you want the company to make less money on the transaction, the buyer will still pay 101 USDU. The amount received by the company is completely up to you. If you're a speculative or a smart trader, you can use this opportunity to buy CRU for pennies, the same tokens that on the 1st of September this year, 2021, will cost the buyer of World CRU 80 cents. All right, let's conclude. The purchase and conversion of 1,000 CRU tokens to World CRU tokens, one way or the other, will cost the buyer the following. From the 8th to the 11th of July, 101 USDU. From the 12th to the 20th of July, 202 USDU. 21st to the 31st of July, 2021, 303 USDU. From the 1st of August to the 1st of September, 505, and from the 1st of September onwards, 808 USDU. This is for the purchase of 1,000 CRU and converting it to World CRU. This cost will be incurred one way or the other through P2P or the exchange. So what this means that the earlier you make a decision on the purchase, the cheaper and more beneficial it is for you. The company forecasts that the price of World CRU tokens will be $1,250 by 2030. So 1,000 World CRU tokens will be equivalent to $1,250,000. Let's take a look at who lowers the price of CRU on the market. Firstly, those who have made a good profit with bonus CRU received in earlier stages for the price of $0.0016. Secondly, those who do not study or understand and want to make a quick profit. In addition to those who have been tricked or misinformed. Those who do not follow the company news and do not use existing products, the trainings, the subscriptions, services, and products of the company. Those who do not attend important webinars regularly to understand what goes on and really what is happening in the company. Those who have something against the company and want to harm it. And lastly, those who know the prospective benefits and are using those people who do not fully understand the value of the tokens. Attention! Only until the 7th of July, you can convert 1,000 CRU to 1,000 World CRU for only $2. This is considering the market price of CRU is 3 cents. Total comes to only 32 USDU for the purchase and conversion. This is 3 times more beneficial than doing so after the 7th of July. So make sure to hurry. And in the words of my dear friend and colleague, Ivan, the Finance Jedi, may the force of finance always be with you. Thank you very much.